Welcome back everybody to part number 44 of Mysterious TikToks. This alien situation is getting so out of hand, we've got even pilots seeing orbs. These aliens are just savages. So I've got a bunch of clips filmed directly from the pilots, so this is going to be a really good video, so make sure to give it a like, leave me a comment, and I really hope you enjoy.
Okay, so I'm in the cockpit of a plane. This is getting brighter outside the plane.
And then it turns.
When is it turning?
And it stops, and then
Wait,
it stops position, and then it goes away.
what is that?
And then there's two more
Where?
right below it.
Where? Point to where there's another one. Oh, and now there's two more. So what is this?
I don't know, man.
Look at it. Bright,
Could
throbbing, and then wait, and then it went away.
That would be scary though, wouldn't it? You're flying a flipping plane and you see a bunch of orbs just pull up on you and you don't know what they're going to do. They might try and hijack the plane and take you for ransom or something. I don't know. I've got many more videos of pilots taking videos, so make sure to watch until the end. And these videos, by the way, where the pilots are uploading them, they keep getting deleted. So what does that tell you? So I've got another video here taken from a pilot. This was at 35,000 feet. What is going on? Does anyone else have any clue what's going on? What are these things, man? And they're everywhere. You've got even pilots. Think how many are flying around if they're getting recorded this much. So I've seen a lot of these videos where these orbs get recorded and a couple of seconds after they're being filmed, they disappear. Do you think it's a bunch of pools sat in there? Or do you think an orb is just like what are those orbs? Comment down below what you think those orbs are. Do you think it's an actual alien, the orb itself? Or do you think it's a craft with a bunch of blokes like him driving it? Let me know down below. You know what? If this was me, I would definitely take that thing home and whack it on eBay. But I've seen Spider-Man too many times. I think someone out there has probably turned into Venom by now. This person got there too late. But there's probably a symbiote out there on the loose. And someone, lucky bloke, whoever's become Venom tonight.
There's a cave in China where hundreds of coffins were found. Rumors say that vampire ancestors are in a deep sleep. And if you open the coffins, you'll break the curse and awaken the dead. But this isn't actually the case, and the real reason why those coffins are there might surprise you. You see, in ancient times, people that lived in the city of Anshun, China, moved over into the mountainy regions in order to avoid war. Their beliefs were that by placing a coffin high up in a mountain, it would be closer to heaven. Then by letting the wooden coffins rot away, the souls would successfully cross over.
That's kind of creepy, to be fair. Could you imagine the first person that discovered this went to climb down a cliff and you see about 400 coffins? I wouldn't go in there. I know some people would definitely open those coffins out of curiosity and think vampires are going to start running all over the place. All right, this is going to be good. We've got daytime footage of the tic-tac UFO, and this was taken by another pilot. So some really strange stuff is happening. And when you've got pilots uploading these videos everywhere, that's when we've probably got something to worry about. And how much the military are probably not telling the public anything at all. But yeah, let's give this video a watch.
not a plane, dude. There's no wings, dude.
Definitely not a plane. And this tic-tac UFO is something I've always been interested in because I've always heard about this growing up. And I've always wondered, if you just snap that tic-tac UFO in half, what is inside of it? Is it going to be a bunch of mini pools in there? Like, what is it? Like, is it a craft? Is it something that's getting piloted? These are the questions I have. And if aliens are watching this YouTube channel, just swing by. You know where I live with a tic-tac, and let me just have a tour of the place. I need to know. You know, do a couple. We could go and get a McDonald's drive-through and a tic-tac UFO. We can do it all. Isn't that just mental that we've got a massive ball floating in space that's on fire? It's that hot that we can feel it from this distance. It's flipping miles away, like millions and millions of miles, and we can still put our arm out the window and get a tan. That's mental. That does anyone think that our galaxy is just perfect? Like, for us to exist, the chances and probability of us existing is so small in comparison to what else is out there in space. We got the sun. Sun is great. Perfect distance. If it was a million miles too close, we'd be dead. We'd all be just toast on the ground, right? We got the moon. Great. I can see it night time. Keeps the waves coming in and out. Lovely jubbly. We've got the perfect living conditions. You can't make it up, can you? It's like it was created, and I believe that it was created, obviously. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, even when I was growing up, I used to think, how does everything become from nothing? Like, when you think nothing, there was a little reaction from nothing, and then humans, the sun, space, gravity, energy, consciousness. Where does consciousness come from? No one knows what consciousness is, but they believe in it. No one knows what energy is, and they believe in it. That's my belief in God. I don't know necessarily who God is and what he is, but I believe in him, just as I believe in consciousness and energy. Right, so I got more footage of the multiplying orb UAP, and this was seen in China. I basically got all the videos that I've seen and put them into one. So this is going to be about 2 minutes of all. So many people saw this same UAP. So that's scary when you've got a bunch of videos all seeing the same thing. But yeah, let's give it a watch. Yeah, that's so weird. How they're just multiplying across the sky. It just blows my mind that all this is happening and the government are not talking about it. But you know what I'm going to do? No one's got an answer for me, have they? What? It's aliens. It's got to be. There's no other logical reason. If you can give me a better answer to that, what those things were, flying balls that are multiplying. Hold on, probably should use a different term. Multiplying balls. That's even worse. Multiplying orbs going across the sky. What the hell is that?
What the f is that sound? You can hear that, right?
Yeah, what is it?
I've got no idea.
That is strange.
We're up at Bonnie Doon.
Look up on the hill. Anything up there?
Can't say anything, but I can certainly hear that. It's aliens.
It almost sounds like a plane. There's no plane.
What the is that? That is weird. Oh, look, there's birds flying.
Okay, yeah, that was very, very strange. And it's funny how many people brush that off as a natural reoccurrence or a weather event. What the hell makes that noise? You ain't got trees making that noise. But look at this image. Someone actually clipped it. You can see something here. And it looks like a little orb is between the clouds there. That is very strange. And if that was me and I was stood there, I would think this is it. This is my time. It is kind of creepy though, how there's just no sound in space. It's just dead quiet. And think about it, that would be quite scary to do, to be an astronaut. Just to step out of that vessel for the first time and you're looking down at Earth knowing, right, that's where we live. And there's pitch black all around. And you don't know, an alien could just pull up. What are NASA going to do? They're not going to be blow their whistle and go, oh, you can't do that, mate. Leave them alone. It's a free-for-all out there. It's a Call of Duty free-for-all up there in space. Yeah, it's just fascinating how we're literally floating on a blue ball in space in an infinite universe.
Brazil just made an absolute boss move in UFO transparency and dropped the receipts on nearly 900 UFO cases. This is huge. So on May 31st, Brazil's National Archives released 893 UFO cases to be exact to the public. We're talking about sightings from 1952 all the way up to 2023, complete with photos, audio recordings, witness drawings, detailed official reports. The files were originally set to drop on June 13th, but they went live early with no warning. And there's some seriously amazing stuff inside. So I've only cracked into it just a touch, and already it's mind-blowing. It talks about cases like the 1977 Colaris incident, where locals were reportedly injured by beams of light coming from low-flying UFOs. It was so intense that the Brazilian military launched Operação Prato, Operation Saucer, to investigate. There's also the 1986 Night of the UFOs, where 21 objects were spotted across southern Brazil, tracked on radar, and chased by Air Force jets.
So just judging by the comments, a lot of people think that the government are releasing all these files to try and keep us busy and theorizing, to keep us all chatting and distracted to what something else is really going on. But I don't know. I'm definitely going to look into that and definitely find out what's come out, because, and I got to be careful too what I show on the channel, so I've got to be very careful. It's already quite risky as it is. All that new footage and new information coming out, I've got to check it out 100%. So as soon as I get done making this video, I'm going to go and make a cup of tea and I'm just going to dive in. Best part of the video, this part. But there's something I want to talk to you about, and I know it's quite different. You know, we have a laugh the whole video, and then when it gets to the end, it gets very deep and very serious. But life is serious and deep and meaningful. But anyway, and I want to mainly speak to the young men that are watching me, or well, it could just be men of any age. But this narrative that the government are pushing, where, you know, don't have side chicks, have girls to sleep with, sleep around, you know, to just have as many girls as you can, that makes you cool, you know, like don't get married, don't have kids. And it's the red pill, I call it, the red pill narrative, where it's just you treat women like trash and you just objectify them, treat them as objects, and you just don't, you know, you don't settle down, you just have sight. You know, I don't get it. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. I just don't follow that narrative, guys, because you could line up 100,000 women in front of me and I'll pick my wife every time, because it's much more meaningful to have one woman who loves you completely than 100,000 who are just with you for your looks or your money or your what you can provide. I'm talking about true companionship, true love is so important and so much more fulfilling as well. So this narrative they're trying to push, it's just a miserable way to live, guys, and it's not fulfilling. You know, you will never sleep with enough women, you will never have enough money, you'll never have enough cars, you'll never have a bigger house. That's all they're trying to push. But family is so much more important, you know. Children, wife, husband, that it's a much better life, guys. And trust me, I've had both lives, and it's not fulfilling. You'll be spiritually empty. Protect yourself, and don't do it. It's not a good thing to do, and you're going to damage a lot of people. People get hurt, people get pregnant, causes a lot of problems. So, and I see a lot of young guys following that sort of narrative as well, where it's all about how many girls they can have, how many girls have they slept with by this amount, how much, you know. It's just so strange to me, and I just think, just don't do it. Don't follow that narrative at all, because you deserve better, and more importantly, women deserve better, to be respected. And trust me, the red pill narrative teaches you to just treat women like trash. So I've been on both sides of the fence, because I think the one thing us men want is to be respected and to be listened to, you know, and that's really, really important. And you can only get that from someone who truly loves you, you know. That's more important than just sleeping around with people that don't even care about you. You could sleep with 1,000 women. What's that going to do? They don't care about you. You don't care about them. How is that fulfilling? So pursue loyalty, honor, respect, you know, trust, you know, all those things. That's a million times more valuable than what the red pill teaches. So I just wanted to speak about that, because I see a lot of young men following the red pill route, and it's a destructive route, and all it will end in is sadness and destruction. A lot of lives are going to get ruined with this modern sort of narrative they're trying to push. But yeah, if that resonates with you, let me know, and I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you again tomorrow.